All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Salty Saturdays. I am Wild9. I'll be your stream operator for tonight. It's been kind of a while since we've had a show match on Saturday nights. Some of it is just, I've been busy. Some of it has been, we just come back from the season and we're starting fresh and new in week one. And tonight with me, at least to start here, is Being Rachel. How are you doing, Being Rachel?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing tonight?
Doing good. Excited to have some matches on stream. It's always nice, and then it's a new season with our first week of THL play. So always nice to have a fresh start and see how things shake up in the first week. How's your first week been for THL?
Um, a little unfortunate.
Oh no.
Well, yeah. So, we had kind of an issue with it's my first time on Legacy, and I kind of misunderstood the rules, and so I ended up having to take a loss,
I feel you.
which was unfortunate. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was just a misunderstanding. And then my pro matchup was today, and I think I played well, but I just got really unlucky draw.
Sure.
I could, like, never get what I needed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just how it goes
That's
sometimes,
totally just how it
but,
goes sometimes.
we
Yeah.
just try again next week.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's a good
just
attitude.
move on.
Exactly. No,
Yeah,
yeah, we have a lot of new
yeah.
players, I would say, this season. So I think there were a lot of people who are in a similar situation, kind of like learning the ropes, especially the closed list format. Since, yeah, the closed list formats of Legacy Hero can be somewhat confusing, or it's just not as straightforward as a lot of the open list stuff. So yeah, I feel for you.
Right, it was a little yeah, it was definitely different, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, tonight we do have two matches. The first one is a Pro Series match, which is going to be open list format where the banding happens through a website and we can see all the decks. And so that'll be the first matchup we have. Tito Santana against Ron Mexico. Tito Santana representing OPP and Ron Mexico from Bushina. Then the next match we have after this one will be Legacy match from actually one of my teams, Defias, playing ET or ETC. So that's what we have going on. Denkus Dad will be here later, so he's on the screen, one of our hosts and one of our casters. So, but he is just running late from dinner, so he'll be here soon though. But yeah, I'm excited about these matches. We can go ahead and start introducing, I guess, our first match since it's going to be on the way in just a little bit. We have Tito Santana against Ron Mexico, like I mentioned earlier, and Tito bringing Druid and Hunter and Warrior, and Ron Mexico bringing the Death Knight, Hunter, and Warlock, and both people bringing Demon Hunter, but that has already been so. Any thoughts that you have about this matchup, Rachel?
Um, let me take a look at these decks. I'm excited to see a Dragon Druid. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
Let's see how that goes. And looks like they both have Wheel Warlock, so I wonder if there's gonna be a mirror match there, or we'll see what happens.
yeah, yeah. The Druid is an interesting bring for sure. I thought that the Druid that was more popular, at least, was the one that was running Highlander stuff along with Dragon Package. So I definitely have not seen, at least this season, much of this kind of more standard. I was gonna say 30 card, but Renathal is not a thing anymore. This kind of more standard, straightforward. It just feels like Renathal is a thing because of all the Highlander decks and the long lists. But yeah, this kind of more,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, this like mid range kind of like standard tempo Dragon Druid. So I think that's interesting. I kind of wonder what the thought process was for that bring in terms of like, was he targeting something or what was going on there? But they both banned DH, so it wasn't like a DH target at least. How much we know.
Right.
Yeah, we also have on this,
Um,
yeah, like some of the like HS like replay stats on the matchups. So kind of interesting to see like maybe the Dragon Druid was looking at the Rainbow DK or something because it does seem to have a good matchup there. But again, these are aggregate stats. I don't know if Dragon Druid is like if that's the Highlander version or the regular version or what. So it should be interesting.
yeah, that's a good point. I'm guessing it's for the Highlander version, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so too. At least that my impression was that was the more popular deck for sure. Any other thoughts about any of these decks? Are you liking either of the lineups more? Do you like the DK and the Hunter bring, or are you more favoring this like Highlander uh, Warrior bring?
Well, I like the Hunter. I think that's a good choice right now. It actually seems to be doing pretty good against most of the top decks at the moment. Um, except for Demon Hunter, obviously. Um, and same with Highlander Warrior. I think that's a really strong deck right now. Wheel Warlock, also a very strong deck. I'm not so sure about the Death Knight, but I just haven't really been playing much Death Knight, so they do seem to be pretty strong though on the ladder.
Yeah, I think one of
So
the
I'd
things.
say these are all really good choices.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's really interesting in
I'm
this
really not.
in our format at least is just that like the ladder is so much focused on beating Death Demon Hunter, and then now you're banning him,
Yeah.
right? So it's kind of like, yeah, like these other decks, like Hunter seems to be really doing well in a world where Demon Hunter doesn't exist. But then a lot of the Reno warriors exist to beat Demon Hunter, so it's just interesting where you're bringing these decks from both sides, really. Ron's deck too of the Death Knight. I mean, a lot of people are playing Rainbow Death Knight to beat um, Demon Hunter, but I can tell to some degree at least he's not running, the all in just freeze you a million times kind of package. So um, probably that's, part of the reason why he's banning Demon Hunter and probably went into it just thinking I'm going to ban Demon Hunter, right? All right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to go and give them the go ahead. So we keep our eyes peeled to see if as soon as they're like in game. But yeah, should be a good one.
Okay.
Any thoughts about what they would start with?
It looks like they're preparing, yeah. Um, just one moment. I'm wondering if they're going to start with I was going to say Hunter.
Okay. Well, right on.
Yeah.
You have Ron
Yeah.
Mexico on the Hunter and I have Tito.
Okay.
So I think this should be. I mean, I think that deck lists definitely matter. I want to say that in general, we have a situation where the hunter is favored, I believe, in most cases. Kind of depends on the amount of burn.
Yeah.
Ron was just saying he doesn't see.
Um.
So, but yeah, he's
Yeah.
yeah. So I think it's just a question of like, and we have the list, so I guess I can check. But is he running kill command? That is my first
Yeah.
question. He is. Okay, that's all. Some people
Oh,
or
he
some of the
is.
lists out
Okay.
there I know run the ball of spiders instead, or I guess he's running ball of spiders as well. Though looks like
I see it.
maybe
Okay.
bananas was cut. There's no banana. Some people, some lists run bananas, some lists run the taunts, right? So this one seems does
Yeah.
have the burn.
Yeah. I like that he kept the Ziliax. I think that that is a good keep for, especially if you're trying to kill the Warlock before they pull off their combo.
Definitely.
Um, yeah, going for the most damage possible.
We see
Okay.
the warlock get the location
He's gonna
down.
just saddle up.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I feel like Saddle Up is so good in this deck.
Yeah.
It feels
I
so
agree.
annoying, and everything is sticky now. Unless he's got Defile, which he does op deck, but chooses not to play. The two, he has two
Okay.
Defiles.
Okay. Maybe he's trying to save those for a large board,
Wow.
large removal.
Both
Yeah.
locations are hand.
Oh, okay.
Kind of an interesting moment,
So is he going to Patchwork Pals or is he going to Location and Ziliax? I don't.
right? I think that's kind of the
Um.
thinking here. Yeah, you could just pop one of these and see what happens. Yeah, okay. The Iliad play.
Mhm.
Wow, this bovine skeleton, uh, getting a lot of
Yeah.
insane value there because it gets up to 4 attack and resummons
Yeah.
itself. Oh my!
Yeah. So he's gonna have to kill this 6/3 because he doesn't want the Ziliax to die.
Right, a bit unfortunate, just
Oh,
but
and he pulls out a Rattlesnake. That's interesting.
man, I don't. I am not familiar with a lot of these beasts because we never
Oh,
played
okay.
them.
All right. Let's see what. I guess. Is he going? He's gonna have to try to do
Violence
maybe a double defile here.
doesn't remove the board. This is very
Um,
this bovine too is really
yeah, not
big.
exactly. Yeah, he needs a 3 health, and he doesn't have one.
Get a one.
Oh, so he's going to make.
The problem is it summons
Um,
another
I,
bovine.
oh,
Does
he
that allow
actually
him to
really
bridge?
needs to.
One, two, and then
Oh,
three. Oh, okay, yeah, allows him to bridge. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay,
okay.
I thought that that was maybe low enough, but bad math.
Yeah, I think he didn't have enough mana to do everything
Right.
they needed to do. So I would maybe ball of spiders and then lay the second location. Oh wait, no, that's he doesn't have enough room for that. Um, I
Yeah.
guess he could just ball of spiders and then saddle up again with the coin.
Or yeah, that's that very sticky board. I mean, you've seen
Mm-hmm.
already one defile as well, so that just because the
Is he?
biggest punish would be the second defile, I suppose. But you could also jungle gym, I guess, and just hit everything to face. Really try to get the burn in.
Yeah, yeah. He could also just patchwork pals and go for the charge.
Oh yeah, yeah. It looks like that's what
It,
he's doing. I mean, Your
Yeah, he
opponent is going
actually
to be
might come up with
very low
lethal, I'm
here.
not
Is this lethal? It's I don't think I think it's close
it
though.
might be.
It's one off.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it's one off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
I think the warlock is dead because this rattlesnake too gonna shoot some bullets at random enemies,
Oh, right.
and of
Yeah.
course he
I
also has
don't
location.
think there's anything I can do about this, yeah.
Okay, life gain important, but then you only have one mana left after that, and so
Yeah. Yeah.
able
Table flip, yeah, but that,
the snake
yeah,
kills you.
it's that
So yeah,
that rattlesnake.
non lethal.
Wow. Uh, okay.
Right, just like that, game one is in the books.
Interesting. Yeah.
Ron taking it with the hunter.
Well played, Ron.
Yeah, very clean. Do you think that's part of the
Mm-hmm.
reason why it's favored for the hunter there? It's just you have the burn when you have the goods. Really tough.
Yeah. It is a tough matchup. You would think that like something like Defile could take care of a hunter,
Yeah,
but he just had so many resources.
definitely. I think that saddle up card, man, just so good.
Yeah,
Makes all your one
it's a
ones so
little
good.
questionable.
I know. It does.
Yeah.
I feel like it's extremely questionable, but but
Yeah.
I mean the construction of that deck though is it's interesting, right? Like you make all these one ones. The location means that you can't leave up the one one. You can't ignore it, and then you can also make a very powerful deck.
Right.
Find the right cards.
Mhm.
All right. Well, we get the mirror
Okay,
now
so we have yeah.
to see if there are any significant differences in the deck list, or if they're completely identical. They look pretty
Oh,
close,
that's a
so
good idea. Um,
not to see anything too. Both people are running Doomkins as well. Yeah, looks like Ron's running the 7/7. Oh no, they both are.
oh, okay, the
Oh,
4 mana.
wow.
Okay, sorry. Um,
7/7. I feel like this happens so often in these mirrors where it's just like 1 HP off, People will also
yeah.
they'll also get the you'll or that would name reverberation, right? Location hit,
Yeah.
and you all about having that extra health or that extra
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not good at the names either.
time.
Is he going to Dark Alley Pact, or he has 2 Dark Alley Pacts, and then that's a reverb? Oh, so maybe he will reverb and, um, what's that? Yeah, Drain Soul? Wait, you need to reverb?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty play.
Yeah, and then he's probably gonna just have to trade his 7/7 into the 8/1, or
Right.
oh.
Removing.
Oh, he's saving the reverb.
Oh no,
Okay.
he doesn't. Oh, this is
Oh, I think, yeah, they think
right.
that was a better move, yeah.
Okay, pointing out the into another Doom commit if he wants into a Wheel of Death. So Ron's cooking in terms of a lot of times this matchup
Yeah.
is determined by who gets the wheel out first.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah, and then it's about, who gets the Doomkins,
right.
and then yeah. Yeah.
And Ron even has
And Ron
Symphony
has
after
2.
that too. Wheel into Symphony.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh boy. Yeah, he has a good setup here. Um,
I mean, the things that I guess you could say Ron is lacking here would just be the big follow up clears. Um, but not the 30 mana card, and also like Sagaris and things like that. But I mean, this makes a lot of sense. He doesn't need the
yeah,
extra mana from the Doomkin, so um, just making a board of 7/7,
yeah,
asking.
yeah, and that's a major distraction.
I mean, also
21 damage.
how you. I'm
Um,
trying to think of what the ideal clear is. Like, guess it would have to be like double. It would have to be double. Run the mid.
yeah, I think he's going to play the 6 drop.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's
okay.
gonna try to summon the low right. Oh wait,
But
but he has it
doesn't
in
he
his.
has him in his hand, right?
He,
Have any wheel
yeah.
that has to
Does he has a Siphon Soul in that one,
right? That would
the
be
1 mana spell, but
well.
yeah.
I mean, here comes the wheel. So
Okay.
13.
Yeah.
The point of playing anything. What about
Yeah.
Symphony? Sure, you could
Yeah, I
go
would.
Sagaris if you want, or Phantom. Autumn. I don't know.
He's not playing wheel?
That's interesting. I'll have to
Interesting.
ask about that.
Mm. Yeah.
I do feel like the timing of the wheel is
Oh,
important. Yeah, sure.
I think
And
he wanted to draw Phanotum
yeah,
before he wheeled.
it's
Yeah.
possible as well that he's just thinking, "I'm gonna kill you," because you're kind
Exactly.
of dead. But he does have a Siphon Soul.
The wheel doesn't really matter.
Yeah, maybe I don't need. It's
Yeah.
true that his hand didn't have a lot of follow up, but Symphony was the main thing. Maybe that's not enough for 5 turns. Possible, because outside of Symphony, there's a Doomkin, and then there's a gold. Okay, now you have more than yeah, and then also
Hmm.
you get this. You get a 215, and you still. I guess
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't matter. I guess that makes a lot of sense because as long as you play wheel before your opponent, right? Like that's the most important thing.
Right. Um, I don't I don't think that, I mean, I don't
I
think there's a
know.
way out of this. I feel
I know it feels bad, right?
yeah,
It's like,
I feel bad.
just try to find a way.
Uh, yeah. No Reno. No, I mean, well,
Yeah,
I can't Reno.
15/15s. It's no joke.
Yeah.
This is why, in
Exactly.
some ways, I mean, wheel
Um,
is just to activate your 15/15. That's basic.
right.
And that is
Does he have reverb?
um,
Table flip, yeah. Hmm.
unfortunate. Going down 0. Wrong. It's interesting. We're kind of coming out of a meta, I feel like, in the last expansion where it did feel like there was, or one of the narratives at least, was the idea that a lot of players, there's less player agency, right? I don't think I've heard that narrative as much this time around with the expansion, but I definitely have that experience too, kind of like what you're describing in the first week of THL. Like sometimes your opponent just draws really well, and then, but that's Hearthstone, I guess,
Yeah.
right? That's just
Yeah.
Hearthstone. So
Yeah. I always say, like, you know how there's like a win rate for each deck? I
hmm
feel like that negative win rate is kind of just like the bad luck.
right, right, right.
It's like, well, you were like 60% lucky, and
Yeah,
then 40% unlucky there. Yeah, because the game is really a lot about the luck of the draw.
Yeah, you just have to concentrate on whatever
I
you can
mean,
actually control, right? As long as you focus on that, it's fine.
it, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Wow. So we frack away the symphony, but understandable, I suppose. We wanted Sojaris.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Pretty unlucky,
Is
I
he
guess,
going
at the
to queen the location? No. Draw. Yeah. Oh, there's
He
hell
does
yeah.
there. Is one of the
Mm-hmm.
cards you want in this matchup.
Mm. I think. What does he want? I mean, Ma and Pa doesn't really save you against the wheel, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that seems fine. Well, basically with Helia at least, it does make it hard for find the win. Definitely puts a lot of pressure. Every turn you're taking 6 damage. Oh, ow. Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Just wondering about that in part because you can play it before wheel, but ideally you want to play it after. The main reason that you would play it before is if you discover down with the ship, so you can once they wipe their deck, including the plagues, you can always get back. I guess maybe part of it is that you're just playing 4 on 4
Oh,
here, but a lot of times if
yeah.
you don't, because this deck does not run. Oh no, it does run. It does run down with the ship. It runs 2 of them, so that's probably part of it. You can always hopefully find the down with the ships and then um, put more plagues back in the deck that will continue to what's the word? They'll keep coming back into the deck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has a staff of Primus in his line, so he'll be fine. Like that makes a lot.
He's probably just the staff, yeah. Mm-hmm. He was probably just playing on curve there. Probably
Huh?
best.
Did by we're just digging it. Not much he can
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, he just Tito doesn't really have anything up there.
I always find like this rainbow mage, rainbow mage. I always find this rainbow DK is kind of interesting because on some level, it really feels to me like when I just look at the deck, it doesn't feel like it kills anything. Like I look at all these cards, and I'm like, how do you generate pressure? But I guess you don't have to kill
Yeah,
anything in some way. Is this another situation where
true.
Loken doesn't do anything? Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay. No,
does
no,
he have it in
seven,
his
seven.
hand again? He did. Oh, 7/7. Okay.
Yeah,
And then he has location. Okay.
kind of create some pressure. We don't get the nut
Yeah.
draw of summoning a bunch of 1/1s with the poison,
Right.
but definitely the death strikes are going to
So
help
he
here.
does have Army of Dead, but
That as
that
well.
actually Death Strike. Hmm.
Army of Dead would kill off the 7/7s. Use your fate.
Oh, but he doesn't actually have enough corpses.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
nothing
I
has
just
died,
realized
right?
that.
So things have not been dying, so makes
Yeah.
sense. He has 3 corpses.
Yeah.
Wondering if should it's an important question whether to equip the staff or not because again, um, we really want to shuffle in more plagues
Yeah, he does.
after the wheel.
Yeah, he must be saving that. Um, so Tito has that 7/7 taunt. He also has Doomkins, but he still doesn't have Wheel. Yeah, at this point, I think. Well, table flip? Okay.
Right?
Hmm.
Paw is not the greatest card in this match. Opponent doesn't have weak hands. So
Yeah. He does have an army of dead turn now. That he could play. Um, but he doesn't. He's not able to draw off of it with the acolytes.
right. I do think Rainbow DK likes to draw lots of cards whenever possible. And kind of unfortunate that he
Yeah.
hasn't hit his, you know, again, terrible with make 4/1/1 card.
Yeah, they love to get their value with the Sickly Grimewalker
Right.
and the Acolyte of Death. Like, major value.
Yes.
Those cards are a little questionable, I believe.
Oh, the Horseman. Getting to take 2
Mhm.
cards here. And just take the damage, I guess. Hoping to find.
Oh, okay.
I guess we just.
Huh.
Interesting play, but I guess the only other play would have
Yeah.
been the Army of the Dead. And maybe he's just saving that for the next turn because. But maybe the thought process, maybe, is just that location is coming up. If 2 big things come right down after you clear these, like you have no answer, and then you might be in real trouble. At least before he drew the Headless Horseman,
Yeah.
at least now he has an answer to one of them. But before that, the Grimwalker with the Army of the Dead response, I guess. He is going to make a couple big
Yeah.
things here, so. Kind of like you take 10 damage, sure that you don't die. The game is not over.
Right. Maybe he's hoping for the poison. What's that spell that summons the 1/1s? I
Right.
can't remember.
To actually look up some.
Yeah. You're like, where's my deck tracker?
I know, right? Crop rotation. Is that what we're talking about, right? Crop rotation?
Yes, crop rotation.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay, well, this is a full clear. So, pays off. You take 10 damage.
Oh, this worked.
Take 10 damage because
Yeah.
it's fine. We're at 30. Warlock could kill us with big stuff if we get value from your marker. So, still no Wheel of Death.
Yeah. Yeah.
The bottom 10.
Oh
nice
yeah, you
clear.
definitely have to kill the poison guy. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But this Headless Horseman is a clean kill. And now he has crop rotation to pair with nothing.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
Naturally. No, that's her
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, Pumpkin's pretty. Man. Yeah, Sergio.
Okay, Sergio. Yeah. Yeah, just get the taunts.
Inside of that,
Ooh, what is in there?
Viper, a Dirty Rat, and none of which
Viper, Dirty Rat.
that great.
No.
I can't. Well,
Yeah.
oof. I mean, in some ways,
Yeah.
both decks right now are not drawing the optimal lines. Overall, on paw.
I don't know if I would actually maybe just go for the climactic explosion. I don't. just to create a
Oh, just to
board,
create a
but
board.
possibly, yeah.
He just kills one person.
Okay. Maybe he's trying to create lethal out of that.
Guess you're just hoping for the Ma and Pa to eat corpses so that you can charge up this one value
Right.
to playing this. It is a little bit annoying. You don't, I mean, I guess because you haven't played Wheel of Death, you're bottom 8. It does feel a little bit annoying that it's there. Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm a little curious by that, but
That
maybe,
that is a pretty good play.
yeah, but I guess
Yeah.
that's a little interesting to me. Why you did that for extra instead of using
Oh,
and using
yeah. Yeah.
might not matter. Now can discover undeads. Pulsing pumpkin.
So,
Uh ah. Thalanos? I
I
don't even know.
mean, I
Frost
I would
spell?
maybe take one amalgam band just to maybe you get Wind Fury or something. Um, uh,
A bit
I
strange.
don't
Yeah,
know.
Thalanos. Okay, because you have
Yeah.
that life steal. Okay, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Threads of Despair. That does give him an out.
Oh, yeah. That's a
There are
great
the plagues.
spell.
Well, actually, when we said bottom 10, it was even worse than that because the plagues were shuffled. Oh, there's the wheel.
Oh,
Found it.
yeah. There's the wheel. Mm-hmm.
And we do have the Staff of Primus to put back a couple plagues in the deck, but there is a decent amount of pressure here.
Yeah.
And you will have to run yourself into. You actually have a clear with this Threads of Despair.
I think so. Well, with the crops, I don't. Maybe not the crops, but
Definitely get to at least. So hard to do calculations with it.
I know it doesn't really work with the crops because then they just die.
So you do get
Right?
you can get the whole clear, I believe. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5,
I
6,
understand. Oh,
7, and then you run yourself into this. So should you get a full. Oh, of course, with Army of Dead.
oh, I see. It does work.
That's.
Okay.
Oh, I guess. And then he probably has to play. Primus at the very. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know about this Threads of Despair thing either. Like, should this card exist? But okay, cool.
For 1 mana.
Yeah, it feels a little bit, especially for 1 mana. Feels a little suspect. I don't
That was
know,
a
but
pretty nice board clear.
I know.
Yeah.
So often, so often. There's the.
Oh, and wow, Soul Stealer. That's a good one. Wow,
At
it's
15,
getting
15.
close here. Mm-hmm. If he draws, I'm just wondering if the plagues might save Ron, but oh, he's healing. Okay. He can Soul Stealer. Oh wow. he has interesting. It's interesting because he also has the Blood Mage Downmost, which snake oil will give him like extra damage.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this shuffling in plagues after deck is gone, it just puts so much pressure. Like you would think that you can survive
Mhm.
for 5 turns, but it's really hard. Especially that he's
Yeah.
got the pulsing pumpkins going off too. It's gonna be a tough
Right.
time.
Yep.
That's lethal.
Okay, he's gonna go for it. Is oh wow.
Actually lethal, right? Yeah. After he ends turn, I believe.
Oh my.
Crazy. So Ron is gonna take it in a 0 win.
Wow.
Well played.
Yeah.
All right. I've been involved in so many 3-0s this week. I don't know. It's very interesting. Um, let me see if Ron
Yeah.
will join us for our conversation. But yeah, I don't know. Any thoughts
Okay.
about how that played out?
That was crazy to me. Um, I didn't see it happening that way, but I did notice the turnaround point where I was realizing that that could have definitely been the outcome with the plagues and wow. Um, it definitely made me rethink that deck
Yeah.
because I haven't been playing it, but now I'm interested in it. So
Hey, Ron, how are you doing? Congratulations.
hey Ron.
Hey, Rachel. Well,
Well played. 3-0 clean sweep.
thank you. It worked out really nicely. I definitely got lucky. I'm supposed to lose DK versus Warlock. It's a tough one, but
Yeah.
I drew the Horseman's head and it won the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely allows
yeah.
you to put all that pressure and then having the weapon. It was a little touch and go there because I was like, do you need more plagues than that? Maybe like, but you're right.
Yeah, I
Once
was
you got
hoping to draw the other one. I
yeah
have 2 copies of Down with the Ship, but I could not find them. So I was a little worried. And I debate often on whether or not I'm supposed to like hold Helia all game or slam it on 4 against Warlock. But I often find that the turn they play Wheel, they also play Fanatem, and I can't really afford to spend 4 mana on Helia on that turn. Because I'm
Oh,
dying. So I usually just try to make sure that I spend the 4 early so that I get the infinite rolling um, when I have the opportunity. But I mean,
okay.
I've heard
Interesting.
I've heard to the contrary. I've heard that you're just always supposed to hold Helia. Uh, I don't know. It's an awful matchup regardless. We just got a little lucky.
I think it made sense that because you had the weapon in hand and then you played according to that line, meaning that you saved it when you had a mana, like you just waited until wheel. So that to me makes a lot of sense instead of just waiting till the very end. That I like your analysis of saying like, hey, like a lot of times at that moment, you're staring down 2 15/15, so playing a 4 mana 4/4 is not really viable.
Yeah. Now that being said, like I would have held Helia if I wasn't holding a plague card
Right.
already.
Right.
So like
Oh,
I'm hard
okay.
mulling for plague cards in the opener. And then I found the weapon discover and then I missed and I was like, oh no. And then the second one found it and I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The other 2 games though were pretty
Uh,
straightforward. It's always nice when you get to play wheel and then win with damage instead of the wheel win con. I was
yeah.
like, all right, I'm
It
gonna make
doesn't
30
happen very
30 and
often.
stats at the same time as you're gonna die in 4 turns, so good luck. And then yeah, just the damage got there immediately.
I will say it was interesting because
It was so surprising.
you had a chance to
Yeah.
play wheel really early, and then you decide to delay a couple turns, right? Like technically I say a couple turns because technically you could have also held coin, but that didn't make any sense because you coined out a Doomkitten, so it's kind of the same.
Right.
But then you did delay. Was it mainly because of your draw? I think that you had like you like top decked a Loken or something like that, but also you didn't have that many resources in hand. Was that the thinking, or what was the thought process about not playing wheel
Absolutely.
on 8? Okay.
So first off, I played Hero earlier today, and I had a 2-1 lead on Rebob, and then I had Warlock left to go, and he had Mage, so okay, fine, I lost. And then it was into Warrior, and I'm like, oh, cool, okay, this is a huge favorite for Warlock. And I didn't draw well enough, and I coined wheel on 7. Like, okay, he hasn't even played Bran. It's fine, even though I'm burning the Reno and the Ziliax and the Symphony. It's probably still fine, right? I'm supposed to play it on 7, especially, in a matchup where we just want to do it as fast as possible. Yeah, he drew really well and then killed me, and I was sad. And I was like, okay, I could have
Yeah.
played like a little bit safer, drawn a little bit more, because like all of those cards were right at the bottom. If I just waited like one more turn instead of like racing to the wheel, then I probably draw more defensive cards and I don't lose. So I figured, okay, let me learn my lesson. And I played more conservatively in Legacy with Warlock, and I wound up winning that game against Warrior because, I waited for Reno. And then in this game, I was gonna play it anyway on the turn that I did, but I also just so happened to draw Reno, so that was incredibly perfect. Um, but yeah, I think I just needed to like wait a little bit longer, and the Loken getting drawn on turn 8 or 8
Yeah.
mana instead of like rip wheel. Like it was so much better to just play Loken and get the gigantic minion summon. And it's not like he's gonna be able to play wheel when he's staring down lethal. So uh also I stole mana from him. I don't even think he could have at that point anyway. It's
Yeah.
just like I was way ahead in almost every aspect. So there wasn't really a whole lot that I probably could have done to throw that game, to be honest. I just drew a lot better than he did
Well, if
in
anything,
the
one of
mirror.
the things could have been to play wheel on 8, right? Because exactly like you're saying, like you kind of by delaying one turn, you ended up getting a ton of resources that just made it even cleaner. But I mean, I think you're right. Like it's just that a lot of times when you're thinking the win condition is a wheel, right? And then you just play it as like kind of with Odin, right? You play it as soon as possible. Odin's
Yeah,
a little bit of a
don't
different
get
story there.
crazy. Don't
Yeah,
get crazy with the win con. You
exactly.
need other things in hand.
Because you're
Like
right.
you can't just slam Odin on 8 or 9, well 9 now,
Yeah.
and think that you're gonna be alive on the next turn, or you can't just slam wheel with no resources and burn out your whole deck and be like, yeah, no, I'll totally win in 4 turns.
Yeah, no, exactly that. Like I think a lot
True.
of times you just tunnel vision and then you end up throwing away the game. So
Yeah.
it happens.
I probably the only way I lose that game, if I think about it, is by actually ripping wheel on turn 8, and then he has a chance to just clear up my whole board and make a board, and then I don't have answers, and then he kills me before the clock.
Right.
So just waiting like a little bit, especially with a commanding lead, just made sense. As far as the Hunter game, that one, I don't know if there's much to say. Once he didn't clear my board on turn 3, and I had enough stuff for saddle up, I'm like, okay, I think this is in the bag.
That bovine is low
Yeah.
key clutch.
Yeah, well, he did kind of make a mistake by trading into the 1/1 when he played the summon a taunt minion and then summon a rusher. He traded his 6/6 into my 1/1 to give me more stats for my next turn. So this was a bit of an error on Tito's part.
Right, right.
And I high rolled because it was the bovine, and I had a buff for the bovine, so he was really in trouble there.
Yeah.
I roped out that
Yeah.
one turn where it was like one off lethal. I
Right.
could not find it in game 1. I was like racking my brain for, okay, I don't think I have lethal, so can I find like the best possible resilient line? And then I'm like, okay, no, I should just send him to 1. He's not beating that. He's not beating being on 1 health. Let me just do that.
You'd have to like
Yeah.
regain all his life or something. I don't think Reno was in play either, right? So
Yeah, no, it was absurd. Like it was way too fast. he couldn't have even had an active Reno, and he didn't have enough mana for it. Like, there was literally nothing. So I was like, okay, I'll set him to 1. So I drew pretty fortunately in the first 2 games. And then the last one, I think I got like, it's a hard matchup to win. I'm probably supposed to lose it, but I got lucky with drawing the Horseman's Head because I think I lose without it. And the lucky discovers.
Yeah, I think that in that last one, it felt like both of you weren't drawing very well. Like I would say that both of you were off what ideally the deck is trying to do. Um, it felt in that way that his game plan in some ways is more off kilter then, or like he's kind of, especially when you had Helya in play, right? Like it's going to become kind of like a dicey situation in terms of how he's going to find a win, especially if he just lets it keep going. It's just like I had that feeling, especially once you, and then you got Horseman online, like all these things were kind of allowed to happen when Wheel was bottom 5 cards, I think, if we exclude the plagues.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted him to play Wheel sooner.
Yes,
I was like,
yes.
can you just play the Wheel already so I can equip this plague weapon? And maybe.
But does he
So,
have a
like, I
way?
wanted
Like,
him to
I was
burn more
curious about
resources
that.
so I could do the
I
thing.
was actually curious about that. Whether like in that scenario when your opponent has already played Helya, do you think that the right play is just to never play Wheel and then just to try to tempo them out normally? Because Wheel is actually your
Frequently. It's how I've lost before on ladder when I'm like, okay, I have every game plan ready to go. As soon as he plays Wheel, I load up these plagues. I'm holding like the 2 down with the ships and another plague weapon in hand. So like they're just gonna die as soon as they play Wheel. And then they just never did. They just beat me with Sargeras. So like that's the card for sure in the Warlock versus Death Knight matchup, depending on what you're doing. I mean, you usually still play Wheel anyway, because that's gonna win, especially when you can just follow up with Symphony.
right.
That game in particular was quirkier because I think he already burned his Ziliax and his Symphony.
Yes,
So I
yes.
really wanted him to play Wheel because I'm like, he has no more shuffle effects. So as soon as he plays Wheel, I kill him.
I will say that his bottom 3 were Sargeras, Wheel, and sorry, not Wheel, Sargeras, Ziliax, and the Symphony. So
Yeah, it's brutal.
it's pretty brutal, to be honest.
And then all the soul stealers you kept discovering.
Yeah, I mean, that was super lucky. Like I said,
That was
I
wow.
probably lose if I don't discover like a really good undead because he just gets to make a giant minion that has lifesteal and taunt,
Yeah.
and unless I find something perfect to answer it, I'm gonna struggle. I think I still had like maybe a chance of like a Reska steal, and then we could have been okay. But I mean, just Soul Stealer was the nuts. I'm like, oh, okay. So he needs to win by making boards here now so that he can stop me from putting more plagues in his deck. And I just found unconditional mega board clears twice in a row. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll high roll him.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about the Dragon Druid that Tito brought? Obviously, we didn't get to see it, but do you have any thoughts of like when you saw that? Were there any thoughts about what you think that was trying to do?
I was afraid of it, honestly. I was worried.
Really?
I was worried I was gonna get I was gonna get beat up pretty bad by the Dragon Druid. Um, because I think it has like some pretty decent looking matchup spreads and seems like a reasonable deck that's kind of on the rise. But I was a little disappointed actually to not see him play it because I haven't encountered it at all. I've just like heard about it and heard some people hyping it.
Okay, interesting. It wasn't a
To be
target
fair, it
strat, in
doesn't do
other words.
great into Wheel Warlock,
Right.
and I
That's
think
one of
Token
the
Hunter still should be faster than it. But
right.
I was like, I don't know, maybe this is just how I lose when Death Knight queues into Warrior and doesn't find Helya. Because I was thinking Death Knight could just
Yeah.
get swept. I
Right.
was once I saw Tito's lineup, I'm like, oh, why did I bring Death Knight?
That was one of my thoughts as well with that lineup and with the druid as well. It looked like maybe it's kind of a soft target. Obviously not a hard target anyway, but kind of the soft target to that rainbow GA perhaps. So it was kind of interesting. But yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
navigated it well.
Well, I'll always take a 3-0. You know, I was very fortunate in multiple games, but we take some high rolls and we move on to the next week.
Right. Well, I think with that too,
Right.
Brushy Tuna takes the win for the week, right?
Yes,
So,
Banter and Pocket already won,
oh,
which I'm
right,
sure
yeah.
is shocking to everyone. And yeah, with my win there, that locks up the week, so it doesn't matter the outcomes of Lotus or Heat Shock's games. I don't think they've played yet. No, they have. Actually, Heat Shock already played and he won too. So we
Okay.
might be able to pull off a full sweep for the
Almost
week,
as sweet.
which
Had to
would be
start
pretty
the
exciting.
season. Was nice.
That's how we started last season, and then
I
we
know.
didn't make playoffs because conferences were
Oh,
a little
that's right.
unbalanced. Felt bad.
Yeah, that was
Right, we're back with a vengeance this season. Surely we make playoffs this season.
surely this season. Well, congratulations for sure. Great, great games. Thanks for explaining everything too. It's
Yeah.
good to hear your mindset, and then obviously I think we learn from it too. So it's always good.
Well, I'm always happy to be on
Yeah,
stream.
definitely.
I think you guys do a fantastic job, and I really appreciate what you do for THL, taking time out of your days to put the stream on and cast the stream and everything and entertain everybody. It is much appreciated, and I'm very happy to have you guys as part of THL.
Thanks so much.
Take care,
Thank
guys.
you.
All right, see ya.
You too.
Hey, well, we do have another match coming up. Might be a little late. Well, we ended early because that was a 3-0. So we're still kind of
Yeah.
waiting to
Wow.
see. I was asking Eternal and Walkerman, who are our next two competitors, whether they be ready, but like they're not going to be quite ready. They're not able to start, but they're trying. So, and actually, Eternal says he's
Okay.
setting up right now. So, why don't we keep it here? Because at first I was like, I don't want us to have to just talk for 30 minutes. um, so,
I know.
but
Yeah.
looks like they're getting ready. You know, at least in, here. But anyway, did you have any other thoughts about either what Ron said or the last match?
Um, additional thoughts.
If you have any.
Just yeah, I felt like it was both, well played by both parties, and it just was an outcome that I did not expect to happen there on that last game. I felt like the first two games were I think Ron just had a really good start, and he drew exactly what he needed to draw, and then that third game was pretty interesting. The comeback there, I think that was pretty lucky.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think that happens pretty often when we have a 3-0, right? Like I think a lot of times, you know, some of the matches often are one-sided, I guess. Like if people just draw right, they get the wins, but specifically the last one cuz in THL at least people are playing for points. So when you play for points, most of the times at least the opponent will pick what they perceive at least to be the best deck to beat the last remaining deck. So at least from Tito's perspective, probably could have picked between the Druid or the DK, but felt maybe more comfortable with the DK, the Warlock. Felt more comfortable with the Warlock, it seems, and
Yeah,
that makes sense too. I mean, you even heard Ron say, "Hey, like, yeah, didn't think this is a tough, 40-60 kind of matchup," but was able to find what he needed to pull it off. So
yeah,
I feel like in that
yeah. It's
way,
interesting. I usually always switch decks
uh
no
huh.
matter what. I usually don't play the same one twice, and I don't know if that's a good strategy or not because I haven't really been winning by doing that. But I'm like, okay, this one lost. I'm on to the next one. But
I think that I mean, I think
I don't know if that's the right way.
well, I'm sure to some people too. It's like if you are like if you need a reset, sort of, right? Like, hey, like I just lost with that. I want to play the same deck again. I think that that's reasonable. That is definitely. Most people will tell you. I guess the math
Yeah,
tells you. I think too, in terms of just winning at least. Like the Q order shouldn't really matter in Legacy, right? Because you got to win with all the decks, and you can't predict what your opponent's going to bring, and
exactly.
so on and so forth. It's totally reasonable.
That's true. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter because if you're trying to win all three, you have to pick them all anyway.
Exactly.
So yeah,
And you have no idea what your
very
opponent's
true.
going to pick, right? So, like, just go with the flow.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, we can start setting up this next match between Walkerman and Eternal. Um, this is in the Legacy series. Oh, I have that wrong in this. This is going to be in Legacy, which that this is closed deck format. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Like just explaining if anyone doesn't know what the closed deck format is.
Um, I don't know if I would be the best at explaining that because I'm like just learning it
Right,
myself.
right, right. I forgot. Yeah, you're
Um,
right.
yeah,
This is your first season, right? Playing in the closed deck format.
yeah, yeah.
Well, you've already learned something this week, it sounds like. About the banning process. It sounds like, or
Yeah, the banning process. So, what I didn't understand was that on the screen when you take a screenshot of your decks, and then you have one that is listed as the ban, but you're not supposed to have any other decks
ah,
on
right.
the screen when you take your screenshot, and I didn't realize that. But I totally understand it now because it's like, oh, so if you have other decks, then you could be switching decks and nobody
Exactly.
would know. And so, yeah, now I understand that you can't do that.
I
So,
mean, I think that's first of all, that's a great PSA, like public service announcement for everyone. Since, like I said, you're not
yeah,
the only one. There definitely have other people this week, especially who um, kind of messed up the bands or had different DQ things that happened. So definitely not the only one. And then
mhm,
now, hopefully,
yeah,
people who are watching know. But additionally, it does help us
yeah,
also understand the format
yeah,
because basically we're saying, hey, we don't know what kind of class you might be playing. What are the cards in the deck, and therefore we have to make sure that you're not switching decks and changing cards.
exactly. Hmm.
All right, so actually they are ready to go. We have some bans in. So Walkerman actually banned wrong. Sorry. The ban on the screen
Oh,
is
it's okay.
backwards. So so Eternal has banned the DH and Walkerman did not ban, but actually banned Hunter.
Wow.
So we are gonna finally
Oh,
see a Hunter. So far, I believe everyone
wow.
says that nobody is allowing anyone to play Demon. They're gonna get played by at least one player, maybe if they decide to queue. Yes, but
Yeah. All right.
we do have some interesting classes. I didn't put this. Hunter. Therefore, Walkerman will be on the Hunter, Mage, and Shaman. We have Mage and Shaman, which I think is less popular, and then Eternal will be playing the Demon Hunter, Priest, and any thoughts about
Okay.
it?
So we don't know what decks they are.
Yeah, we do
Or
not
so is
know.
Hunter, Mage, and Shaman.
Hunter,
Okay, so I'm
Mage, and
guessing it's going to be Token Hunter, Sith Mage. The Shaman, I'm not so sure about because I haven't been playing any Shaman, and I know that there is a very popular Shaman, but I'm not even familiar with what the deck is actually called. Um,
there are a couple shamans running around out there. I know very recently, just because I was also kind of interested in the shaman deck that appeared on HSR. It's kind of like I think on HSR it's called Burn Shaman, and there some streamers were messing around or trying some different decks, trying to find the right 30 cards essentially. But I don't know exactly what. I kind of know, but I don't want to say because Walkerman's my teammate. Um, what shaman he'll end up
oh,
being.
see.
They have started the
Oh,
game,
there's
so I'm
Nature
jumping in
Shaman.
now. But Eternal and Walkerman have started. The first match, Demon Hunter from Eternal against Walkerman Hunter.
Oh, okay, here we go.
So we do get to see a
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that actually.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
Yeah. The only thing I've noticed about Demon Hunter is they sometimes can run out of resources. The deck doesn't have that much draw, so that is the only. I mean, if they don't kill you immediately, they
Right.
can run out of resources. Yeah.
Hand for Walkerman having both locations as 4-drop that makes it win, so could be an explosive turn there. And Eternal has the umpire's grasp or both copies. Not that you really want necessarily copies.
Yeah. Um,
A slower start
that's
here.
about all I can
Walkerman.
do right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like these little mechs are making a difference right from the get go.
Yeah. He's gonna kill the 1/1. Interesting.
Yeah, with the 3 damage. I guess because he sees the location,
Yeah, I thought
perhaps.
I would have gone. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's not there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. The Eternal's gonna play the ball hog right out.
Wow.
Instead of playing the
It's
6.
going for the damage.
Your
Yeah.
opponent is at 17 already.
Right.
Kind of crazy, but there is a bounce back turn.
Mhm. Okay. Oh, pretty good move.
Taking back the board. With 5 mana, you could try to discover a clear essentially with the miniature, the mini version.
Yeah.
Wants to.
Yeah. To
Oh,
get the
it's the first
Yep,
Mac there.
there it is. Magtheridon. Yep.
One can't be played this turn. But that
Oh,
means
that's
at
the
least,
first one. Okay.
at least the next turn. Okay, well then you could just roll some secrets.
Hmm. Secrets. Yeah.
What kind of secrets do we get? Get a freezing trap.
Freezing trap. Okay. Not exactly what he wanted, but
Definitely.
he still does have the Magtheridon for next turn.
Yeah, I don't think he's too worried about that.
Yeah.
Just because you find one. I think it's troublesome if you don't find a single copy, right? That's where you feel.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh.
Explosive
Oh.
burn.
Yeah.
That is a lot of loss.
I don't think he was expecting that. Yeah.
Check for that or objection. But I guess yeah, this is
Yeah. Mhm.
the real question for Walkerman is can he reload the board somehow to get some locations off?
Yeah.
A lot of damage. Has to go for.
Face of Chaos.
I thought
Oh.
that Grotto would come out, but
Yeah. I guess he doesn't need to use that, but I
yeah,
guess
he
he
didn't need
wants
to
to.
use it. But
Oh, fan the hammer is not bad just for some extra damage.
right,
Oh, okay.
tough.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, he is quite far ahead. So I don't think he's worried
Mm-hmm.
about too many things at this point.
Right. I mean, I would just play the taunts, the monkeys, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Assume you're
they
hitting
they
location.
don't die too.
Right, right. Play Misha as well,
Yeah.
but maybe it feels okay. That's
Mm-hmm.
just force your opponent to
Yeah.
have 1 damage. And also you don't want
Yeah.
it. Or misses essentially, but you can rush 2 minions, so you could basically make sure you clear this board. A little bit awkward, but
Oh, okay. Yeah.
you have to use base damage.
Yes. That's
The
right.
thing you might be doing. Oh, he right because I was thinking you could also red card something instead of your own minion. And then you could get some damage.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's. I don't think can't play the weapon. 7 damage to their face.
No.
Down to 4 already. Locations down, but that was the last turn. Although we see the red card, but that was the last turn for Meg. Good think.
Yeah. See, this is what I mean. Like, they usually do run out of resources, the demon hunters, but
Okay, so is there
I'm
a Harper
sure he
lethal
will be able
behind?
to. Um.
A lot of damage.
Yeah, he does have the monkeys. Oh wow.
Okay. Taunt does help, but
It, yeah.
help. Gonna be able to play free 5/5.
Oh, and then he's gonna play the 5/5. Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
Wow.
Very very interesting.
Just realized that. Mm-hmm.
Right now. Oh, Kane off the top.
Oh.
Taunts don't matter.
Oh my gosh.
This is why people
Yeah, it
ban
doesn't
Demon
matter.
Hunter, I think. It's probably
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah. Wow.
That top
It's
deck.
funny to me that that rush is now, or that charge minion is now being used.
Yeah, Kane.
And it's been around for a long time, but it was never really used until now.
Yeah, it has been. You're right. It has been
It's like
around for quite some time.
it took like bringing back Leroy for people to
Right.
want to start using it. I don't. It seems like.
I think it's also
Yeah.
rotation, right? Like as soon as we lose some cards that might be better than it.
Yeah.
Now it's like, well, we don't have anything else to play. I think a lot of people are saying that
Yeah.
that's kind of the 30th card in that deck though. Is I've heard some discussion about trying to replace that with even Hearthstone Brew as a like we're out of resources, so let's just find an alternative win condition kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're waiting to see what they queue next. Eternal is now up 1-0, and the Demon Hunter gets through. So the last 2 decks for Eternal is and the Warlock, and Walkerman still has to get the Hunter.
Okay, so we have Warlock on the bottom versus Hunter. Hunter
Okay.
again.
The Hunter should be favored here. We don't know exactly what list Walkerman is. And that is a Sludge Warlock, though. So
Yes, it is.
maybe not. Interesting. He threw away the one drop. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
yeah, feels like one on
I
one is
think that
fine.
might have been a mistake.
Might have been. Eternal definitely could have just played 1, 2, 3, right? That would have been kind of nice.
Yeah. I have a feeling they were probably trying to drop one of the locations, but
So, so actually,
I don't know unless they
interestingly,
have a plan.
yeah, maybe. Interestingly enough, Walkerman is on coin with that Molten, um, the 5/5 that discounts every time you play a spell. So he can play it on two. Oh, he could have also played it with bananas if you decides not to. I guess
Oh,
saving the banana.
okay.
All right, we're gonna see a trolley problem with no spells in hand. So there's a couple different ways to do that,
Yeah.
but I think this also gets it clear.
Mhm.
Insane kind of
Mhm.
strong start, but there's an answer. We are going to see a lot of doormongers coming down. Okay, debating between max tempo or
Mhm.
yeah, he has the ability to, if these don't get cleared, to make them a little stickier. Our names with giving them all death rattle.
The tram.
Yeah. No, I
Oh,
mean Walkerman.
yeah.
Oh, and even gets to play another one
Oh,
drop if
okay.
you not a bad.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see saddle up there.
Yeah,
See?
Saddle Up. That's the name. These
No, it's
Forge of Wills kind of feel
right.
bad because we haven't seen a big minion.
I know. That's why I think he meant to drop one. Honestly, I think it was a
Yeah, it's
misplay.
possible. So because we
Yeah.
didn't trade, we are allowing the Warlock to value trade here off the.
Yeah, I'm not really quite sure why he didn't trade the Jormongers.
I think trading one of them is reasonable,
Especially when, yeah, just one into
just
the,
to
at
protect
least
your
into
two.
the 3/3, but
Trading one is,
yeah.
but I think that getting this 3/4 out is pretty significant. At 1 health, really feels like a big difference. How Eternal wants to play the rest of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume that the 2/1s are gonna trade to something, but I don't even know. Like, really depends on what comes out of the. It does look like he's gonna get rid of the.
Yeah, it's okay.
Let's take power off the board. This okay, that's reasonable because you don't know if it's taking power.
Yeah,
Ooh, Rock Coda
right.
Bane
He doesn't know what's gonna come out. Oh, that's a good draw.
off the top.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Saddle ups. Probably not gonna play that. Down to 7 now. Peak damage is not good for you at the. Barrel of Sludge does kill one, but want to ideally. But I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I
I
guess it
don't
doesn't matter. No matter what, it's probably
I
hitting a
don't
one health minion. So
I think
yeah,
he's gonna have to draw for some kind of
that's right.
removal,
Or
but
clear.
it doesn't have it. Um,
Unless something
you
very
know.
okay, see that's good. If we get lots of sleep
Oh,
ins.
yeah.
Okay, that's a 1/1.
Yeah.
So, but now that 1/1 is
Barrel?
actually okay. We don't know what would come out, but you're
Oh.
still dead to board. So
Mm-hmm.
the hunter finds a way. As long as okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna say as long as he doesn't miss
Okay,
lethal.
so now,
But
yeah.
so at the
Now
end of
it's
the
one to
day, the
one.
bans didn't matter, I guess, right? Because Hunter got through was the thing that Walkerman banned and Eternal banned DH, but his DH through even that's what he's supposed to ban or whatever. And we're 1 to 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now I think it gets interesting because Walkerman has brought a common. Those are not very meta decks currently on ladder at least. And so it'll just be interesting to see, especially since it's Sledge Warlock, which is also not a super meta deck. I mean, not a lot of people are playing Sledge. It'll be interesting to see what gets.
Yeah, I've actually been playing Sludge.
Oh yeah.
It seems to be pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good against a lot of the decks, but it's a little tricky against Demon Hunter. Um, Also sometimes Hunter can be tricky.
Yeah. Very aggressive.
Basically, just the aggro decks. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I do think Sledge is
Yeah.
actually a pretty good deck. Warlock feels like it has a bunch of different.
Yeah. I'm actually really enjoying Warlock this season.
In that mulligan that Eternal did, also threw away the mechanics. He must have some kind of thought process as to wanting something aggressive, perhaps. In this case, he was kind of rewarded, you could say, from getting the. Would say that that's up the Ram on 3. Play the 4.
Yeah.
Can play the Ziliax Deluxe
Oh.
in here on. Copy that. And this shaman is the burn shaman that I know a bit. It's running basically a little bit, not that much spell damage, but running ways to find, draw your deck and find the most. You don't run the it's bioluminescence out of standard. This 5/7 is a problem.
Right.
It's gonna be followed up with possibly another 5/7. But theoretically,
he's gonna taunt up, I guess. Yeah, that he can taunt.
possibility.
Yeah.
A lot of smoke, actually. But
okay.
wait, why is he 5/6? 5/7.
Yeah, you kind of want to get rid of the Celiacs, but.
Okay, Crescendo is kind of the nuts.
Crescendo's perfect.
Yeah, played right away.
Oh wow, and monstrous form.
I mean, you would like to get the location value from that, but
yeah, so you might want to wait.
okay, gonna go for it.
But or he's just gonna go for it. Yeah. I'm gonna probably play the imp here. Get a 4/4. Yeah.
You are putting yourself at 21, but you're overloaded for. However,
Oh yeah.
cannot calculate that.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Seeing the cards is hard, I know. He does have 1 spell damage. And I don't know if he has
enough.
He has
1 spell damage?
Spells to get down. Got a zapper. And he also has
3 plus 5. Oh, he should have.
Oh wait.
He could have played the deputy, and he could have gotten an extra one, maybe. I don't know.
Got another one. Of Tom.
Okay.
He's actually okay. So now this makes the play where he was killing not the 5/7 kind of makes sense. Maybe. I mean, I don't actually know how much damage he had. Whether he would kill 5/7. Actually, I guess it doesn't.
Yeah.
Looking for the second clear, but doesn't. Still has a chance to snake oil to look for.
Yeah, he could trade.
Now, have enough. You still can't get through all this.
No.
Your opponent has enough.
Oh. Yeah, this is close. I think they might have lethal.
Get up to 12. That is lethal.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't see it. That's lethal.
He doesn't see it? Oh no.
That was lethal.
Oh no.
Oh, don't do that. Sorry. Cringe. Okay.
Oh
But this
no.
is a full clear.
I
So he
know.
definitely missed lethal.
Oh no.
So very focused on clearing. I think that was probably
Yeah.
one of them isn't that clear. And
Yeah.
missed lethal. But
I'm trying not to be like super over dramatic.
no, I understand.
It was really painful to watch that. Um
I mean, he's my teammate, so I want him to win.
Oh, I see, I see. Does
But
he have
that's okay.
the is that the Titan over there? He can heal or
Yeah, he does have the Titan in the right side.
Oh,
of
sorry.
it.
I'm still looking at the top. Okay.
But he does again have lethal. He's it. Assuming that this waste. Assuming that the Zapper stays alive, because that's 3 to face from Zapper. It's about 5.
It does stay alive. Yeah.
The Overload card does damage. Overload card does damage. 2 damage. And the Crash does
Okay.
another 4 damage. That is 9. And he also has
Right.
another Zapper. So I am hoping he sees.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And this is also fine. This is
Yeah,
fine.
I think he's got it.
All right.
Yeah.
We got it. But that'll be good. That'll be something that he can rewatch and learn. So that's good. It's always nice. But that's the Shaman getting through. So again, a not very meta deck. Something that I think is a little bit new, relatively, not necessarily the easy deck to play. Say, but
Yeah, definitely not.
yeah, I think that Walkerman piloted that really well. Just given that there's like a bunch of discovers and there's probably some mistakes there, but that's fine. I think that generally. So now Walkerman just needs to win with a mage, and the priests come out from.
Time short.
Okay. So this is the new I believe this is the new Zarimi priest. It's a very aggressive deck. I'm not sure what is favored here.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't play mage enough. Probably the main.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't either.
and both decks are not. I mean, I do think that people have been talking about the Spiration thing, that it is good, but I also don't think it gets played a lot still. It does seem like the priest is favored.
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty aggressive. I have tried it.
Right. I guess here's an question. Have cross-spell played? I was gonna say you do have this mech clear, right? For it's gonna help, I think, a lot. Just but yeah, the priest can definitely OTK you once. Has to save the figure. Pretty reasonable since age is a bit slow.
Yeah. This mage deck does have that I don't know the name of the card, but it's the new miniaturize card that gives them armor for however much it freezes an enemy minion and then it gains armor based on their attack. So yeah, it's yeah, it's okay, me too. It's really interesting because I actually played against one of those decks earlier today in my THL matchup, and I was playing a very aggressive deck, but because they kept getting that guy and gaining armor, they were able to freeze me and basically be able to pull off Sif. So it is interesting that the mage now can kind of can kind of handle like freezing you for a while until they can pull off their move.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and the armor game is huge, right? So called Sleet Skater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes, that's right.
oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
By hitting this
Yes. All right.
hit and then pray to the RNG gods of the weapon, perhaps.
Uh-huh.
I see. It does feel like, yeah, it seems
Yeah.
like
Well,
the mage is just trying to survive as long as possible, and Reese is trying to kill you. How did
yeah. How did they get
I know?
copied
I'm wondering the
Magatha? Or?
exact same thing. Where did the
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
Magatha come from? I totally missed that.
I I'm not sure because he didn't play it to copy it, so
Right, he never copied one.
I'm not sure.
Oh, right. Now I
Yeah.
remember. Starlight Whelp. Played the Starlight Whelp, and this was his
Oh.
guardian.
Okay.
Maybe there is a logical. Can't do it. Game did not.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you have a second.
And the creation,
What is it for?
not fully no.
I mean, leave the 6.
Well, yeah, he does.
Zarimi is online and Zarimi is in hand.
Uh-huh.
5 damage.
He could have pipped and then
Right.
gotten another I guess that's not the plan. Yeah. He's trying to gain a board.
This priest deck is not the easiest. There's some pretty
No.
cool things you can do with Zarimi, especially when you have 0 mana taunts, as well as kind of mana cheat.
Yeah.
It isn't. I think this line makes sense because basically at this point you're just like, hey, let's stick a board. We stick a board, then Zarimi.
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
Are playing pretty cool. Have to draw. Have to play. I don't even know if you kill the 2/3
Yeah.
or the 4/3. Like, I'm not sure. Like, you might be afraid of just dying, but just letting a bunch of 1/2s keep
I
coming
think
out.
the 2-3, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel like you have
Yeah.
to take a risk.
Yeah. 'Cause he doesn't have enough on the board here.
I feel like there's gotta be 7, 14. There's got to be a lethal. I'm pretty sure Zarimi is lethal. I'm not sure if he'll see. Pretty confident. Should be.
That's very hard math, I'd say, with the Zarimi.
Right.
It's
Not
Created.
not the easiest, but
well,
it's basically like giving the minions
yeah.
that can attack this turn Wind Fury. They basically have Wind Fury, and then you counter.
I see. Okay.
He does seem to see.
Right.
Oh, and Ziliak's on top.
Oh wow. And then the Ziliax, yeah. No, he doesn't. Wow.
All right. We're gonna go to a game 5.
Wow. Good games. These have been some good games.
So it's going to be the Warlock, which is a
I like
sludge
that we're
Warlock against the Mage.
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was saying I like that we're seeing a variety of decks
Yeah, it's
with the first
definitely
and the second games.
definitely a bit refreshing from just kind of like, I guess, DK's Warriors and uh Demon Hunters on the other. I would say.
Oh my gosh, I know what you mean. I know. Yeah. It has been nice that there's just something new.
Right. Well, I think like maybe they're just taking a bit of a break just to reset themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
No deck choice here.
So, what are the classes left?
It's gonna be a mage, the mage we just saw, against the hasn't gone.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Right here.
Oh, I like that mage skin. Never seen that.
Oh yeah, nice.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Wills and not the
Yeah.
best hand. Gets a couple 2 drops, that'll help. Mage deck
Yeah.
does seem pretty slow.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay, play board makes.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know why you would.
Yeah.
Forge of Will. 5/7. Get out.
Mm-hmm.
Eternal taking his time this time. I feel like both players have been playing pretty fast, to be honest. Got through 4 matches in under 30, something like that. Pretty close to that.
Oh wow.
4 games. Fast.
That is pretty fast. Did
Well,
he? I think they may have froze or something.
oh, did we freeze maybe?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Whoa. Crossfault. Hopefully we're doing okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you did play.
Oh, I think they're back. Okay. Yeah.
Fine. Just debating tapping or not. Calculating high end size. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not sure. Doesn't play the Forge of Wills there. Interesting. Follow up.
Mm-hmm.
Avoid script cover. Cross spell. Shadow spell.
Right.
But I guess once you play the arcane, next one will cost 2. All 4. You'd be overdrawn.
I'm surprised he did not waste remover. Oh, he wants to
That's
get
the perfect top deck.
the
Reverb.
yeah.
But, opponent definitely has answers. Definitely has.
Mm-hmm.
He had one at the bottom of the
I
deck. I'm
probably
not
would have
sure.
crescendoed,
Right, or crescendo. There are a lot of different ways
but
we could have dealt with that. Are gonna be
yeah,
we have 10 cards in our hand, burning something.
yeah.
Okay, you have a nature
Um,
spell. Help. Ironically, the Stargazer is kind of awkward because we have too many cards in our hand.
I was just wondering, do you think that they're trying to maybe avoid the mage from freezing and gaining armor
Oh,
on
that's
their
interesting.
minions? I'm not. I was just thinking maybe, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Possible. Maybe they just wanted to set this up. Yeah, I was gonna say like they wanted to play both at the time. Since they have
Oh,
it.
okay. I see.
Base, so you're kind of like that. You do have a lot of burn in hand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have lost track of
Yeah.
what all spells have been played. But I guess kind of try to remember here. I think +4, 5
The creation.
natures.
Yeah, 4. It's arcane, fire, frost. Oh, 5
Oh,
now.
now 5. Yeah, now with that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Sif. Burned, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fire, yeah. Fire, shadow, nature.
Mm-hmm.
Torture
No.
Pulse. I know it's hard, right?
It is.
The last 4 mana. It
That might be too
too
many
much.
too much
Burn, right?
burn. Yeah. I
Gosh, like look at all these cards
yeah.
that are just functionally. Like, I mean, burning your own deck.
I they're just not getting what they need, I feel like. Oh, they're gonna gain some more armor. Clear and armor. Yeah.
Any kind of burn. You're pretty close.
I don't know if stargazing really helps
I don't think it
them
helps at all.
in any way. Yeah,
That
I
you
don't think
on
so
them all.
either.
I don't even know if you have another.
Yeah.
Goes in and takes it.
Mhm.
At nine mana, you have the Frostbolt. I think this is lethal off the top. I mean, sorry, at 9 mana.
For the mage.
For the
Okay.
mage, yeah. I think it's next turn lethal
Yeah.
regardless. So I mean, maybe he just like picked it because it's like. Then he's also burning himself a little bit.
Yeah.
Have to. Oh,
He
that was
really
really
needed,
low.
what is it? He really needed the lifesteal.
Popgar, yeah.
Oh,
Fell
Popgar,
lifesteal
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully Walkerman sees it time. What? Oh, does not see it. Right?
He
I'm
doesn't.
not crazy, right? That's a
Oh,
Sith,
wait,
right?
what is Sif? I can't tell. Yeah, that is Sif.
Okay.
But Sif is at +5.
It's
You're
definitely
not.
it definitely was elite because he has 2 burns.
It was. I can't really tell what is going on up there. So like +5 or +6.
Even if it's +5, which is the minimum it would.
Oh, there's
Oh
Popgar.
my gosh.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh no. Oh.
The sad thing is,
So
He is running out of cards.
It could get explosive ruined. Wait,
One
what is
moment. Oh,
that?
it's counterspell.
Oh, that's
It's counterspell.
counterspell.
So
Okay.
it is a little bit awkward because you also don't know what it is. So do you test for objection? I
Yeah.
think you can't test for objection though. You're at 11. So you just go, and then you
He's
just
just
hope
going for it.
that you find a heat.
He's gonna crescendo first.
Okay, that's a good one to get counterspell.
Oh.
Fine.
Yeah.
Now you just
Yeah.
possible. Oh, that's a little bit of a
Machine
misplay
gun.
because I think you have to crescendo anyway, right? Oh, I guess you assume that your opponent doesn't have it because if they had it, they would have killed you last turn, which is actually a reasonable.
I think I would have crescendoed because it would have
Just
had
to
a
get the
little
life
bit
right.
more
Yeah,
health.
I
Yeah.
think so too. I think that I would just go
Oh
for it
well.
just because. But
Unless he's trying to save it for the board or. But.
what Walkerman does. Quality does clear this.
Equality? Okay.
Want to freeze something.
Please?
Otherwise, that's a dead card. Reasonable. Okay, that's also a dead card. I don't think you have any more. Oh, you do. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Really valuing this infinitize the magnitude. Oh, that. Yes.
Oh, that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
Okay, he was trying to play that infinitize. Okay.
Card.
Oh,
Just play it.
Doomguard's interesting. Yeah, you might as well. He might
Hand is
overdraw.
kind of
No,
trash.
no. Okay.
That's because all self.
Yeah,
Is a board.
that is. Does he have lethal?
I don't
I
know.
think
yes,
they do.
He does.
I think
mean,
they
he's
do.
had it for a while, sort of. Okay, we got there though. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well done.
So
well
the
done.
Sif was +7. Okay.
Yeah, it was
Alright.
charged all the way. Okay, we got there.
Yeah.
And so Walkerman takes it.
All right. Walkerman. Wow.
See if
Well
we can-
played. Okay.
Yeah, nice to see some different decks for sure. I'll have to talk to Walkerman about
Yeah.
checking for leaks.
Yeah, I didn't notice that, but yeah, he definitely did have it, huh?
Right. Pretty sure. But okay, let's. But yeah, definitely nice to see. Definitely not the most.
Right. And I mean, like, this is all new to all of us, so
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, how's it going, Walkerman?
yeah,
Oh, pretty good. How are you guys?
Good. Congratulations on the
pretty
win.
good.
Oh, thank you, man. That was a really, really tough match. Eternal played really good.
Yeah, all the way down to the 5th game.
Yeah, I was coming into this match, I was really sweating getting the shaman over has a wild nose. So and the mage is a little tricky to kind of get over on the classes he brung too, but I I've got way more games on that than I did on the shaman.
I thought you played the shaman really well overall. I think that you had to discover a lot too, and so I don't think it was a very easy deck to play. But it seems like you made a lot of the right decisions.
Yeah, I think I missed the lethal with it, didn't I?
Yes.
I got a little focused on board clear because I was leaving that Ziliax up kind of purposely so I could get some free damage in as long as I couldn't let it hit face. So, but then it got to a point where I had to clear, and so I just so one-sided on clearing, and then after I cleared, I kind of was looking back. I'm like, I might have had a lethal.
I hate when that happens. That happens
That's
to me too.
alright.
Yeah, on ladder, I'll be like, I
Yeah,
just sunk
I
eight.
do it all the time.
I know. It's like I just sunk 8 damage to a minion, and then at the end of the turn, my opponent has like 5 life, and I'm like, what happened there? No,
Yeah,
but
like, I won't even play that shaman deck probably.
it's definitely not easy to play.
Props to you for doing it, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I tried a different burn list. Today I with my work schedule and all, I don't get a ton of prep time like some other people, and that's why I usually play Sundays. But Eternal was only available tonight, so I like prepped really hard today. And the games I was playing on Shaman, I was just getting smacked and just didn't look good. And I actually went to um Wild and asked him if asked him, I'm like, I'm struggling a little bit, and he gave me a different list, and I literally played 2 games before the match on it. But um,
Oh, wow.
it's very similar to the Nature Shaman that I played the last 2 expansions, like very similar. So luckily, I kind of had a pretty good base once I seen the cards and played a couple of games. But yeah, that I don't recommend that.
I think you did a good job just recognizing the value of the taunts, right? Like you kind of you could say you got burned that one time when they had crescendo, right? But then after that, it's kind of like just the knowledge and recognition and like, hey, look, like if I just keep making these taunts, I can prolong the game enough to just get that lethal, right? So even when you miss that lethal and you were focused on the board clear, like the thought process was very clear, which
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure not to let Ziliax at 23 health at that point smack me.
right.
So I was trying to make sure that didn't happen first and foremost. But
I
yeah,
hear you got a problem.
anyways,
Yeah,
but
that's a big distraction, that guy.
yeah, I might have regretted leaving Demon Hunter up. I gave him a pretty quick win, but the only reason why I did was because I felt like I had a better chance with Mage if I happened to queue my Mage into Demon Hunter than my other decks or Shaman as well, because that DH is very susceptible to OTKs. So that's why I left DH up and banned the Hunter, is to kind of protect my Mage.
Yeah. I think that's a gutsy
Okay.
call, but I think that that also makes sense. Like, I mean, obviously we're on the same team. We've talked about it, but but I think part of it is also
Yeah,
just in general. A lot of people are much more like you have more practice overall playing against DH because you see it on ladder all the time. So if laddering is one of your main ways of getting practice in, then it's probably one of your better matchups in terms of just being comfortable. Whereas like not as many people are playing Hunter. I mean, Hunter's still on there, but you don't see it as often. So I could understand that, especially since you brought Mage, like, and you feel more comfortable in that matchup, right? That makes a lot.
yeah,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
yeah. I my the you know the classes that I've been playing the most on ladder's been Demon Hunter, obviously. I mean, because that's the best class. But Demon Hunter and Mage are basically the 2 classes that I have been playing to mostly on my on my free time and stuff. And so but I knew Hunter was really good, especially against DH before the nurse because of its ability to flood the board. And in the past, I played a whole bunch of Smork Hunter when I first started Hearthstone, and this Token Hunter is kind of got the same principles as old Face Hunter. You don't do a lot of trading, try to flood the board and go face.
Yeah, and you got that Hunter
Mhm.
win after the DH one too, right? So it was kind of one for one. Kind of felt like, yeah, it didn't really matter what was banned. You know, those decks got wins. Move on to the other 2 decks, right? So I think it worked out
Yeah,
just fine.
I actually felt pretty good in the DH into the Hunter matchup. He kind of baited the mag. He a lot of times whenever people get mag against from Shopper, they just insta picked, and on the mag one, he took a while, so it kind of made me think that he didn't take mag, and so I kind of overcommitted there a little bit and allowed him to get my board clear, and that was pretty well done.
Yeah. Yeah. I often have that instinct as well on ladder. Like I just assume if they snap pick, it's probably mag. All right. Well, any other thoughts that you had about the match or shout outs, anything? I don't know.
No, I mean, I just Eternal played very very well. Like came right down to the last matchup, and to be honest, I was a little bit worried about me being able to get the mage across. That Sludge Warlock can kind of smork you a little bit if they get the good early curve and get board clears and stuff. Because sometimes they don't play a lot of minions for me to get armor from. So, and that priest deck, I may need to look into that. I've been seeing that a lot on ladder and stuff. May need to try to play that. It seems to be really good.
It is. I do think that pre-seg is also not
It
not
is
the
really
easiest,
good, yeah.
but yeah, definitely has some juice.
No, it's really not. Yeah.
Yeah. That if I would have if I would have seen it a little bit more earlier in the week, whenever we was talking about submissions and stuff, I probably would have submitted it maybe over mage or shaman probably. I mean, I feel pretty lucky that I got the win, really. But yeah, you know, Eternal played very good, and I hope he has a good rest of the season.
All right, yeah. Well, thanks for playing your games on stream. It's all very entertaining, good games, and got to game 5, which is always fun to have on stream. Well played.
Yeah,
Congratulations on the win.
it's fun to be on stream, but it's pretty nerve wracking when you're the player.
I can imagine, and also you're navigating
Yeah,
some tough
it is
decks.
nerve-wracking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's great. I appreciate your willingness to do it, and then everyone makes mistakes. No big deal. It's fine. You just move on. You learn from them. You get better, right? So.
Yeah. All right.
Exactly.
All right. Well, have a good one, Walker Man.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All we have for tonight. Any final thoughts, Rachel, about games or anything stick out to you? I don't know.
What was it? There was something that I think it was the Sludge Warlock that I was surprisingly that the Sludge Warlock didn't seem to do as good as I thought it was going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that in over Discord too, Eternal was saying it kind of let him down. I think that, there's some different curve things. I'm not sure if something happened when he just roped out on turn 2 either, right? Like in that last game. But he quickly played that sludge on 3 instead of the forge. Little things like that may have made a difference, but I do think that deck
Yeah.
does have some juice. Like I do think it's pretty good. I think it just gave in those games it felt like it was just giving your opponent a little bit too much time. Although the shaman thing too, that was just really close. I mean, honestly, it just felt like that was close. Like if your opponent draws a little bit
Yeah.
worse, you probably win that one. But it's just kind of unfortunate couldn't get there against the mage there. I think it's a good deck. I guess
Yeah,
that's all I'm
exactly.
saying. Like, I don't think just because it lost
Yeah.
those 2 games, I do feel like it is a good deck, and I don't question the bring. And personally, it was just a fine bring, especially given what he was seeing. Like I don't think Wheel Warlock is necessarily good against Hunter, Mage, and Shaman. I think that there's some danger of just getting burned out there because you're doing so much damage to your own face. So I think it made sense that he brought the
Yeah,
Sludge Warlock.
exactly. No, I don't think so either. I've actually been climbing with the Sludge Warlock pretty well. But that's why I was just surprised that how it turned out. But I was also surprised because I took it to my tournament earlier today and I lost to that mage deck, and so it was like, what? So I think it was just like an unlucky day for the Sludge Warlock today.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being with me and casting and going through all the games. I know Dankus was supposed to be here, but he couldn't make it. So it was great to have your help because otherwise it would just be me. So that's no fun.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for hosting this with me and helping me through this, and I appreciate it.
Of course. Anytime. All right. Well, I don't actually know if we have any matches tomorrow night. I'm not sure, but I'm sure that there will be more week 2 action, probably on Friday night at least. And I'm definitely going to try to see if we can't get a few games on stream next week on Saturday. So yeah, stay tuned. If you haven't joined the THL Discord, you can find our Discord information at teamhearthleague.com too. And that way you'll be notified for whenever we come on live. And of course, you can just follow the channel as well. Yeah, but thanks to everybody. Thanks being Rachel, as well as all the players, Walkerman, Eternal, Tito Santana, and Ron Mexico for playing on stream. It was just great to have the games and get back into it. And the first week of our season in in all our series, right? So it's been a great start. So yeah, thanks everyone. Have a good night.
Good night.
I hear you got a problem. Another round? Why do you... You are not prepared! You are not! This guy's toast. Leroy! Not prepared!